Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
Boom, baby.
Bam. What's up, guys? Welcome to Indie Invasion Shorts. Tonight is a hobby hangout night. It's a paint on the desk night.
The hanging of the hobbies.
Hanging of the
hobbies. There he is. There's Ron. I knew he was coming. I talked to him earlier today. Hello, sir. So we're just going to be slinging some paint and drinking some paint water, and
I already almost grabbed that. Tonight
tasting some paint. I think we determined that while Pro Acryl is the highest of quality paint to paint with, its flavor does leave a bit to be desired.
Yeah. A little bit of an aftertaste.
There's some better tasting paints out there, to be sure. No, there's no doubt about that. Definitely some better tasting paints. But is that how you're distinguishing? Oh, that's not good. That's a paint water and a close. That's not good.
That's not good.
That's why I've switched to the old, the square bucket. See, the square bucket, there's no mistake.
I was going to ask you how you drink out of that. There's no handle.
I've got one with a handle on it.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
I do.
Plus, if you guys are joining us tonight, let us know what you're working on.
Yes.
So we can give some color suggestions, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Don't ask. I can give you suggestions based on paint flavor, but probably not. Eric would be the one to talk to you about that with his fancy art degree. He can tell you all them nice, cool, and warm colors. And
warm and contrast. And
all that stuff. In the summertime down here, all my paints are warm. And in the wintertime up there, all your paints are cold.
Yeah.
So, So what are you going to be working on anyway, sir?
Well, I worked a little bit on stuff last night. I finished cleaning my desk. So I got about, 20 some minis, which sounds like a lot, but compared to what was on the desk, that's like a fraction.
Compared to the 70 that were there, it's manageable. Yeah. Right.
So last night, the last couple nights I've been working because it's nice to have all the space, and I've been working on finishing up my demonship guys that I got, and I got some Yafsiga that are still sitting here that are kind of, I started laying down my colors on them.
I won't say anything about that book behind you.
Yeah, you see that? I left it. And I've got some Violent Dark too that are. These are all stuff that I've started on previous streams, and then I never went back to them to finish them. I mean, I don't remember when I started these, but these were like some Zombicide guys that I picked out to paint up, and working on some of these.
Yeah, I finished up all my Violent Dark stuff like right when I got it. I just because I wanted to get a couple games, and I built that table for it and everything. But I've gotten a couple things done the past couple days. I had some stuff that was kind of in progress, so it's not like I sat down and just banged something out of the park. There was bits and pieces done. I just had to finish. So I got a Batman and a Nightwing and Silver Samurai, a couple of other guys I finished painting up. I wanted the Batman and the Nightwing because I want the DC Marvel crossover in Crisis Protocol. Come on, Batman, Wolverine, Daredevil, and Nightwing, and Black Panther. That's got to be a pretty cool team, right? I mean, that's got to be pretty cool. Then that's what I'm going to bring onto the table next time. So anyway, let's see what we got over here. Terrence said, a Blood Bowl event. Nice. I was I actually played the humans. We used to play some mad Blood Bowl back in the day when I was stationed in California. We had multiple leagues going on all the time, and I always played the human team. I think one time I played a halfling team just because I wanted to throw a halfling into the end zone with the ball. I don't think I did really well with my human team. I won a couple of the league a couple of times, and I don't think I ever won a single game with my halflings. And what's Ron got? Working on some 3D models for Mantic's Firefight. That's right. Ron does not buy miniatures anymore. He just buys resin. Prints them bad boys.
All right.
Let's see. All right. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go camera down. I got a few things. I didn't even say what I was working on. I'm actually going to be working on free plug for Modest Mini Studios. If you need some 3D prints, they do an awesome job, really fast. They helped me to learn a new phrase that I didn't know existed, which was a print farm. I was like, okay, that makes perfect sense. But it's an awesome one. I mean, he's got, if you're looking for Legion, Shatterpoint, Crisis Protocol stuff, he has all of the sculpts from all the really good sculptors that have done those particular games. And it's really cool because the way he has it set up on his store, I say he, I don't know if it's a he, it might be a girl. I don't know. Anyway, it's Modest Mini Studios. The way that it's set up on the store is if you find a Legion model that's super cool that you just got to have, it's got a drop down menu. He'll print it at Shatterpoint scale for you. And back and forth. So that was pretty cool. Let's see. Check out Tested for how Adam Savage built his print farm. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm going to go camera down. I think you got to adjust a camera, don't you?
Yeah, I'll let you go down first, and then I'm going to just switch to you as full.
Boom!
So I don't make everybody sick.
Oh, yeah, make everybody sick, man. It's okay. Let me turn my light on here so we got a little bit of light. And I always got this wonky angle, but that's okay. That's okay. So
it's very comic booky. It fits what you're working
on.
Oh,
it is. It's very comic booky. So I'm going to be working on Harry Leland. Got a little bit of color on him, but that's who I'm going to be working on tonight. And if I'm lucky, I'm going to go to Sebastian Shaw as well. Eric and I were talking about the colors nowadays. I don't really buy too many comics anymore, so I'm not really up to speed on anything modern. But I'm going to go. I'm not. I guess Eric was saying he wears all black now, but I'm going for the old school.
Yeah.
I'm going for the old school 80s green because the Black King needs to wear green, right? I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? Doesn't that make perfect sense, or am I missing something? I'm probably missing something. Let's see about these. Now these guys are going to be some straight up comic book colors, man. Like, here, I'll show you. Let me see. I'll bring the picture up. Hopefully it's not too much reflection. There you go.
That looks good, yeah.
Good, nice and colorful. I've already got the White Queen and the Black Queen painted. They're over on the shelf. But. Oh, Orcs. Yeah, my buddy played the Orcs, Terrence, and they were always a really good team. I had a buddy played Orcs and a buddy that played the Undead. We had a Wood Elf team. What else did we have? I don't remember. Just our regular players. Terrence says, let me pop that up there so everybody can see what he's hearing about. The scale switch reminded of Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back at the end when they start the duel. George Lucas going to sue somebody, and Disney is even worse. All right. I'm kind of excited about this. This is dark gray blue. I think that's the color I want. I think.
I'm in here. I'll show my table real quick.
Oh, look at how clean that is.
Look at that.
Where's Eric? Where's Eric? What have you done with him?
Completely covered with minis all right here.
What have you done with Eric?
And now they're all right there. Yeah, I found homes for a lot of them that were, a lot of them just needed like dry brushing and they were done. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to work on that right now. So
I know. I get like that, man.
Found a home for them. Put them in either on a shelf or in a cabinet or something.
Yeah, I get like that.
Get them out of the way for now.
Interesting that Leland's coat and vest are the same color, but I'm just rolling with it, man. Rolling with it. It does make things a little bit easier, though. I'm not going to lie. I think I said this on our last hobby night, too, is I am straight up running out of red and blue painting all these superhero models. I've never used so much red and blue.
Yeah, paint some more villains so you can use some of those purples.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah, I painted my Dr. Doom, too. I knew you would like that one.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that one.
Hey, man, I get him from Modest Mini Studios. If you email him, he can even do a bigger scale. It's a fantastic sculpt. I think that one was a Legion Minis sculpt. And he has the guy who does Legion Minis. Man, he just is banging out every kind of superhero. He's got some stuff that is just so obscure. You're like, I gotta go look that up. Is that a superhero? Did he just make that guy up? Because he's just done so many. He's the guy that has all of Alpha Flight.
Okay.
And I'm working on getting my Alpha Flight. I've got Puck and Sasquatch.
There we go. I had to look up my color reference for these Yafsiga guys because I don't know where my picture reference went.
Uh-oh. So
I'll show everybody. This is the reference for my Yafsiga guys. So here's one.
Okay. I like that model. That's a cool pose.
There's my color reference. That's my inspiration.
Oh, Dirk the Daring.
Yep, that's there we go. So I'm using the same kind of color pattern. That's what's inspiring me.
Dirk the Daring. I remember when Dragon's Lair came out, man. It was like 75 cents to play.
Yeah, and
back when everything was a quarter, and you're like, what?
And that was it was like what? It was animation. God, when did that come out? That was, I don't want to date ourselves, I guess.
Well, let me just, without having to put a date on it, let me just say that the first place that got it where I am was the skating rink. So that should say something, right?
Yeah. I gotta find a good brown. I need a good brown. Golden
hardened
brown.
leather speed paint. Hardened leather speed paint. Terrence says, I'll be curious if they'll have the Irish enter Yafsiga.
Perhaps. Here's a good brown. I got a beige brown.
Perhaps. You never know what they're going to do. They've got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, they mention a lot in the book of like different, different countries, different areas of the continent, but they just mention them. So they're not really fleshed out at all.
I think that's pretty smart, though. That gives you lots of room to expand. I remember one of the things about the Drowned Earth that was so cool was that was done in the books. There was all of this stuff in there that was just like, oh, what the heck is that all about? Just story-wise, that left room for so much more development. And speaking of the Drowned Earth, hopefully everybody popped over to the Discord and saw Tonio's most excellent rendition of Matiu.
Did he finish it?
Oh yeah, it looks fantastic, dude. After I looked at it, I took mine and I threw it on the floor. Set it on fire.
Oh no.
Set that bad boy on fire.
Now I will admit mine's still sitting in the bag.
Oh man.
But that's because you saw the shape of my table, so this is one of my new outlook. I'm gonna, if I can get one off the table, I'll put one on the table, that type of thing.
That's a good plan. I hope you stick to it.
And it like motivates me to finish models,
I have occasionally been able to do that. And I usually maintain for about, I think one time I did it for like 3 or 4 months. Maybe 3 or 4 months. It was very nice. Okay, I missed that. What was Alan talking about? What did I just say that would constitute it was very nice? I forgot already. I have no idea. That's what I get for not looking. All right. Yeah, so all of these custom Crisis Protocol characters, there's a guy in the 3D custom print group. I think his name is Aaron, I want to say. There's a couple different guys that do it, but the guy Aaron, he has just done absolutely massive number of characters. And it's just really cool.
It's nice to have that large of a library to select from. I guess.
Yeah.
I know I've seen some guys, they'll have like a big go-to for me is Colossus.
Yep.
And I'll see some of these guys that have like 1 to 2, maybe even 3 different sculpts of, certain characters.
Yep. Oh, what did Terrence say? He said, sister met one of the play testers in a bar, taught her the patterns. So much fun to watch her rock the game. Huh.
Oh, okay. I think he's talking about Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I came across, it's funny that you showed that picture because I came across I was just scrolling through YouTube, right? And it was a playthrough of Dragon's Lair, start to finish.
Wow.
Right?
So you got the whole story then.
Yeah, the playthrough was 15 minutes.
Oh,
if you knew the patterns, I was like, wait a minute.
Wow.
That wasn't my game, though. I tried it a couple of times at the skating rink, but at the convenience store right outside the gate of, so not only was I in the military, I was raised by the military. Anyway, right outside the gate on the base that we lived on was a convenience store, and they had the game Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah. The original.
Yeah, man. I was all about Gauntlet. I'd feed all my money into that.
Now, thinking about Dragon's Lair, didn't they make a space one too?
Yeah, Space Ace.
Space Ace. That's what I thought it was. Okay. I'm trying to think.
I never saw that one anywhere where I am.
Yeah, I didn't see it too much. I think this one was the Dragon's Lair was the more popular one. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what game I used to dump quarters into. I want to say it was probably Donkey Kong Jr.
Okay.
When that came out. Between that and Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, see, I didn't have to dump quarters into Miss Pac-Man. Terrence. There you go. Rogue needs food badly. Yes. Oh, there you go. Alan's Joust.
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember that crazy game. Go.
No, man, my jam was Gauntlet. That was my game, but I didn't have to put quarters in Miss Pac-Man because my mom had a friend who was the arcade game repairman here in town. And for Christmas one year, he had an old, one of the old Pizza Hut style sit down.
Yeah, those were cool. The tabletops.
Yep, he had one of those. It was a Miss Pac-Man, and they were friends. And he sold it to her for a really good price because there wasn't no way I was getting one. We didn't have a whole lot coming up money wise, so he gave her a good deal, and I got it for Christmas one year. And to this day, when me and my kids walk in somewhere, if I see a Miss Pac-Man, I'll say, "I'll bet you $5 I can beat the high score with 1 quarter." Because, I had it in my house. So, needless to say, I got pretty good at Miss Pac-Man. And then when I'm rocking that high score, my theme music starts and stuff, tough guy theme music because I'm beating Miss Pac-Man. Elf is about to die.
Yeah, I always thought it was funny a couple of years ago when Xander was big into his games and like on the Nintendo Wii, and he'd be playing the Mario Brother games, the 3D ones like Mario Galaxy, and he'd ask me to play, and I'd like instantly die.
Oh yeah,
I can't do those 3D environment ones. And then I'm like, oh, you think that's funny? And then we play his classic Mario Brothers, and it's got Super Mario 2 on there, and I just keep going and going and going. He's like, how are you doing this? I'm like, I just know.
Like, you don't understand. They didn't have cheat books, okay?
Yeah,
we just spent 47 hours.
Yep. And I somehow remembered them all still to this day.
It's because you spent 47 hours to get 1 jump.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, there he is. Tonio's here, the master painter of Matiu. We were just bragging about your paint job there, sir. Well, I was bragging about it. Particularly the tattoos.
Let's see. He's got, okay.
I have never been good at painting tattoos. I've tried on a couple guys, and what I usually end up doing is painting right back over them.
It's hard to make them look realistic, right?
Yeah. Well, go look at Tonio's. He did it, and I know the trick to it. Because I've read up on it several, mostly on the Bushido Facebook group. Because a lot of those guys a lot of the models have tattoos in their art, and it's always about mixing it with that skin pigment that you're using, whatever color, you mix the skin pigment to do that. I'm like, that makes perfect sense, but I don't know how to do it. He said, not sold on the tattoos, preferred what I did on my Bushido sumos. Yeah, I've seen pictures of I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures of your Bushido sumos, and they are undoubtedly amazing. But the tattoos, I think, look great on him. But I'm also comparing them to mine. So,
you see Ron's question?
Yes. Why are you looking at my poppet thing? Yes, my kids have about 6,000 of them. So I was like, I'm going to give that a try. Raul, what are you painting? I am painting some Crisis Protocol stuff from the Hellfire Club. And Eric, what are you doing right now? Are you on Yafsiga?
Yeah, I'm working on my Yafsiga. I'm painting some leather boots, and they had the most white on them on my table, so I figured that's what I'm gonna do because I had to get and slap paint easier.
I had to get this model because I am an 80s comic book guy, and it's, let me see if I can get her to focus. Come on, because it's all white. So come on, focus. You know who that is? Check out the roller skates.
I might have to get me one of those.
It's Dazzler, baby.
That's old school Dazzler.
That's old school Dazzler. Oh, yeah.
I need one more issue for her run from the 80s.
Oh, Tonio's working on Guild for Carnivale. I love me some Carnivale minis, and it's a really good game, too. I remember it came out not real close, but a little bit after. Was it after? Yeah, it was after the Drowned Earth came out. And the thing I liked about it so much was, that didn't focus. The thing I liked about it so much was it had a very, I don't want to say similar. It had a D10 mechanic that was comparable to what was going on in the Drowned Earth, which I really liked. And I just really liked the D10 mechanic, period, that they had in it.
All right, now we're cooking with Crisco. I changed my brushes.
There you go.
My brush was just a little too long and thin, and I just didn't feel like I was making any progress. So I switched up to this. What is this? A monster brush. It came with all the speed paints. I was using
is it an army painter brush? I was
using this little one.
I'm a fan of the army painter brushes.
Yeah, this was a good sized one. It holds enough pigment, and it's got enough of a point on it that if I kind of twist it as I'm painting it, it keeps the point.
Okay, all right. All you rookie painters, come on over here on this side with me. Eric's talking all fancy stuff again. All you people don't know what you're doing. Come over here with me. Hurry up.
I'm just talking about the brush. I mean, I did lick it. Does that make you feel better?
Okay, now you're back down here with the common folk.
I gotta add some water though and mix this paint a little bit in my palette. This Vallejo paint that I'm using, I don't know how old it is, but it just seemed a little thick. I shook it like crazy, but it's still, I don't think it was mixing right.
Got to get you one of the shakers, man.
Well, you got me one, but it broke already.
Well, I can't be buying you everything, man.
I got to get another one now.
Well, I mean, they're only like $17.
Yeah.
Oh, Tonio says he's going to try it out next week if it all works out. I think you'll like it, man. It's very dynamic. That was what I liked about it. Very similar to the Drowned Earth in that dynamic sense where, you know, your guys are leaping from balconies and you can leap off the building onto somebody and just a lot, you know, springboarding across boxes in the middle of the river. It's just really cool.
Okay, now I can go back to that small brush.
And I backed the Kickstarter. I went all in on the Carnivale Kickstarter way back.
I was gonna say, when was that?
This was a long time ago. But I like the Doctors. That's the faction that I like. And the Doctors became the actual Doctors in my Twisted Asylum. He says the dynamism is the movement is what sold him to the game. Yeah. Well, then you need to try the Drowned Earth too, because it's the same cup of tea. Did you gentlemen do the Black Site Studios back room yet? I know Eric did.
This one right here? What are they up at? They're at 24,000, almost to 25.
What were they at?
They still got like 21 days.
I don't remember what they were at last Thursday.
I want to say they were like 10 less.
Was it that much?
Yeah, I think so, because they've unlocked a lot. A couple things. They unlocked a new way to play, which is cool. So yeah, Which one did I do? I did. Is that no? I did this one, the second one.
Oh yeah, with the single faction.
This one comes with 2. I mean, I might add some stuff on before it's done, like extra dice and extra set of dice. Like I know, I think Terrence is responsible for this. He got on them to add that as an add-on, so they did.
Oh, nice.
I think that's a very good add-on, and then you don't have to keep, not that I don't like to share dice, but can be a kind of a pain, passing back and forth.
Yeah, I don't like to.
I don't want your mojo on my dice.
Exactly. I mean, I've already got enough bad mojo for everybody. And to be fair, I've recorded a couple of battle reports and people have seen my dice rolls. So people don't want to use my dice anyway. They're like, no, I don't think I want to touch those. In fact, can you just keep them on your side of the table? Don't even roll them this way. Don't even roll them this way.
I saw a picture on Facebook. They posted our buddy Corey demoing the game at ReaperCon this weekend.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. I saw the info about it, that it was coming down the pipe.
Yeah, I think everybody's at that thing. Matt's there, I think, and I think Doug's doing Humatsu there. And
I looked into going one year. Never made it though. Never made it.
Is that that's Texas, right?
I believe so. I believe that one's Texas. Terrence said Nova Open, Dragon Con, and ReaperCon. Are those your big 3? Or the big 3 you want to go to? So let's see. Tonio said Drowned Earth will be next. I already have Carnivale minis and terrain to paint. You know what? I think I got some extra Drowned Earth minis kicking around, man. I could probably send to you. I probably could do that.
Yeah, I gotta clear up some space so I can start tearing into that box you sent me.
I know, right? Slacker.
Paint some mermaids and whatnot.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm still always been a fan of I'm gonna get it out here in a second. Nope, I'm not. Just derailed. Nope, we're done. Conversation's over.
You can't walk and chew bubble gum?
No, I can't. It's no good for me. Sorry. Can't happen. Can't happen. Little Mac, Devil on My Shoulder. Oh, yeah. ReaperCon is Texas, not his big 3, just the 3 going this weekend. Oh, got it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How do you choose? You got to pick just one.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. If you got enough money, you could just spend a couple hours at one and then fly to the next one.
Let me just jump on my private jets.
Yeah. I mean, it's doable. Not for me, but for somebody, somebody got enough money to do that. Look, Henry Cavill could do it. Okay.
Yeah, he could do it.
That's right. He's got the money. He's got the money to do that.
Money. He just put on his red cape.
There you go. He could do that too. To be fair, if he was going to those, they'd probably pay for him to come to each of them. So
yeah.
Because that's nothing but good publicity for them.
Nope. Got quiet. I was concentrating too much.
I know, right? You probably had your tongue sticking out and everything.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tonio says, sounds like the perfect way to not enjoy any of the 3. That is probably true, sir. Probably true. I think those are a little big for my taste anyway, for what I like.
I'm
gonna do my best to get to Mythicon this year, which is the convention that is replacing Mace since Jeff passed away.
That's right.
So I think I'm gonna do my best to get to that one.
I know our buddy Jim's going. He was talking about it on his channel.
Yes, that's part of the reason he was asking. He messaged me and asked if I was going to Southern Fried Gaming Expo.
Oh yeah, and I always forget about that one.
Yeah, and I couldn't, and I don't remember why. I don't remember. I was doing some. I had already had something. A hurricane? No, it wasn't a hurricane.
You live in hurricane country. That's why.
I do. But they don't hardly ever come here. Look, the rain here was over by 7, and it wasn't even that bad. It didn't even blow over any of the chairs in my backyard. So
that's good, I guess. The chairs survived.
Definitely some colorful fellow. Oh, there you go, Terrence. Come on. He says, you guys got me itching to paint something. You are welcome. That's why we do this. Yes, Deep Wars. Thank you, Raul. That's what I was trying to say.
That was the hiccup.
that was where my brain fell off somewhere. Was Deep Wars. Yes, Deep Wars. All right, so if we go regular green, even though that's supposed to be a little lighter, let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, look, it's Alder. Hello, sir. Welcome to the party. And good morning to you.
Alder from the future.
Another of our fancy pants painters.
He's almost getting ready to start his weekend.
Yep. His Burrows and Badgers stuff is awesome.
He get it all painted? Does he got everything painted?
I don't know. You got it all painted, Alder? I know it looks good.
He caught up to us and passed us up by a long shot.
Man, I know it.
I'm looking at mine right now on the shelf.
I refuse to. Listen, he inspired me that one day when he was when he was painting, but I couldn't find him that night. And then I found him, and it was gone. It was too late.
I'm looking over here to see who I have left. I think I only got like 2.
I've only got a couple left too.
There's one of them. Got the little sparrow guy. So I didn't finish painting his wings.
Is that Jack? Get it?
Jack Sparrow. Well, he's not a pirate. But yeah, this guy, and I think I got one of the other animals. I think it's the...
Wait a minute. Did you just say you have one of the other animals? They're all animals. It's Burrows and Badgers.
I think, is this guy done? I think he's done. My little toad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Little things like his eyes need more work, it looks like, and the feathers on the shield. But yeah, just little things that I think a lot of these that I have need. But yeah, for the most part, they look done. I don't think I have any undone ones. I don't think I ever bought any more because I didn't finish those ones. Then again, I don't remember. I might have a box somewhere.
Well, we did our part in helping him out during COVID. When we
I love the minis.
Huh?
I love the minis.
Oh, yeah. Alder says he's doing ghasts at the moment. Okay, cool.
Yeah. See, I don't know if I got any of those ones.
Yeah, those were pretty cool, man. Those were definitely pretty cool. But, I mean, it all is. It's one of those ones that we always come back to when we're talking about uniqueness, and it's that and Twilight.
Yeah.
I don't as cool. And then don't get me wrong, there's some super cool games out there, but when it comes to just unique and beautiful miniatures, just that combination of those things for those, it's just those two are, in my opinion, head and shoulders above so many others.
They're just fun.
They are. That's exactly what it is. All right, Ron, thanks for joining us, my friend. Glad you were able to get on for a little while. I'm sure your wife reminded you that we were going live because she does that for you.
That's right.
Which I think is perhaps one of the coolest things ever. So, all right, buddy, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Tonio hit it spot on here too. Palette cleanser and fun to paint and no hard assembly.
Yeah.
That's 3 super accurate things. I remember when we got ours and we were painting them, that's what we kept saying was they're just so much fun to paint. And they really are, like Tonio said, a palette cleanser because they're not dark.
Yeah.
I think that I think that's one of the things I've liked about the Crisis Protocol minis too, is there's none of that grimness in it. Everything's real bright and it's all colorful and I think that I think Twilight really, really, really did that well. Just the difference. And you know what else does too is Grimsicle. And I'm talking about zombies.
Yeah, I was thinking of
Grimsicle.
Zombie
Smith. Yep.
Yeah. Core.
Yeah, the Core. Well, they're a little Grimsicle because they're like World War I, but all the rest of it.
I'm super curious to see his new models, the plastics that he's doing.
Yeah. I don't know if they're out yet or not. I'll probably pick some up because I need to flesh out.
That's something completely different.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm all over the place today. It's been a long day. I did a lot of driving today. So, Moonstone. Yeah, I haven't picked up any Moonstone yet.
That's a good.
And you got some, right, Eric, when he had that
Christmas
sale?
I got the 2-player set, and then I got a bunch of the single stuff too. And
yeah,
I don't know
Pulp
if I've
City
painted
too.
any of them.
Pulp City is colorful too. Tonio, I look at all your posts on Pulp City in the group, and that is a fact. Your stuff looks great in the Pulp City, the minis. They really do. They look great. I love them.
Here's one right here. I went and got the troll.
I'm so glad you didn't just bring over a box because I was afraid you were just going to bring over a box, Eric.
I don't even know where the box is for this. Probably on my shelf somewhere. But yeah, here's one of them. And I mean, I think, what did I have to put together on him? His tail? That was it. That's one of the big guys. But I know Matt's into this game a lot too.
Is he?
Let's see if I can find...
I didn't know that.
Oh, here's my favorite one. This is why I got that set.
Is it the Night Pug or the Pug?
Yes. Come on. A Goblin Knight riding a pug.
That's pretty cool.
Love it. With his big old bug eyes. Except I think I lost his shield. Yeah, this one model is why I got that game.
Well, don't feel bad about losing his shield. I own every model in the Drowned Earth line, and they're all painted except for Mounted Akara because I painted the whole bottom half of the model, and I can't find the top half anywhere.
Oh, man. I do not remember what I was doing with this guy.
I'm guessing you were painting him?
Well, I'm looking at the way I started painting him, and I'm like, what was I doing with his color scheme? That's the bad thing about starting painting minis and then going back to it month, 2 months.
Yeah.
6 months later and being like, what was my intent here?
I don't mind that so much with like individual minis, but when it's a themed set,
yeah.
And then you say to yourself, I don't even remember what red I used.
Oh, that's really aggravating. That's why my desk gets to be such a mess, because I leave these little piles and sections so I don't have to try to remember. It's like, oh, this pile goes to these minis.
Yeah, but then you come in and you go, why did I leave these right here?
Yeah.
That's me anyway. I go, why is this paint right here? Or I grab it and move it and forget to put it back, and yeah.
Yeah, it's nice doing a little bit of cleaning and organizing. It's like it kind of refreshes you a little bit, energizes.
Yep.
Not that overwhelming feeling.
Yep. That is a true statement, sir. I just gave her some manly eyebrows. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Give her a monobrow?
I just gave her some old man eyebrows. Like, oh my gosh, those things turned 100 years old and they got tired of laying down. They just decided to stand back up.
She look like Fish from Barney Miller now.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Is that a fidget popper paint palette? Yes, it is, sir. It sure is. Terrence said, you got to write those paint colors down, and then followed it up with, and then lose the notebook.
Yeah. I got like 2 or 3 notebooks next to me, but yeah.
That could not be a more accurate statement.
I think I used to do that back in the old days. Write stuff down like that.
Man, back in the old days, I was still using a Tester's paintbrush, so I didn't even know paint had name colors besides blue, black, red, all this ultramarine blue and
the classic
purple, and I was like, what is that? It looks like blue. So confused.
See, that's back when I was painting everything reds and blacks and purples, and because I was painting all vampires and undead, and
I was painting everything in enamel Tester's paint.
They're probably still painted somewhere. That stuff ain't coming off for nothing.
That's right. It's never coming off. Listen, I don't know what paint they use on the HeroClix, but there are, I think I've said this before on the show at some point, there are actually some really, really good sculpts. They just, terrible paint jobs.
Yeah.
But HeroClix has some really good sculpts. Man, getting that paint off, that ain't no joke, dude. Because since they're plastic, you can use acetone, but you got to be real careful. I've used
melts them, right?
Yeah, you have to be really, really careful. But other than that, good luck if you don't use acetone, though, because it ain't coming off. What did Tonio say? The only time I don't lose paint notes was by doing pictures of the pots and putting them in a separate folder on my phone. I lose cards and notebooks way too fast. That's fair. Alder wants to know what you're painting. And Terrence said, vampires. You see they are doing a new Blood Bowl team for vampires, Eric?
Yes, I have.
Danger.
Yeah, if it's vampires or zombies, they got my ticket.
That's right. They know where to find you.
Who asked? Alder asked? Okay, yeah, Alder, I'm painting one of the factions for Yafsiga. This is one of the main dudes. I already put the other guys away. I forgot what these guys are called. Actually, I can look behind me. Behind me, Mac.
Look behind you at my Yafsiga book.
Above your book.
Green stuff for stripping clicks did a bunch that way, but you got to let them. I'm assuming SPAC is soak.
Oh, what the heck is this? Telograd? I'm probably saying that totally wrong, but that's the faction. These are basically like your classic medieval knights for the game.
Okay.
Since I still have packages that I got, I think I got 2 other factions I got to do that I picked up at Adepticon.
Cool. So for the hero clicks for stripping them, I usually just prime them and paint over them. But I was really happy with my Big Bertha.
That turned out pretty good.
Yeah, because who else has a Great Lakes Avenger, right?
And, I see that comic in the comic store all the time, and I'm like, should I get this?
I'll just pick it up, man. Come on, now you have to.
I do live like half a mile from one of the Great Lakes.
See? That's what I'm talking about. But Alder said, yeah, they do look good for a Mordheim warband. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Eric. Let's play some Mordheim.
Yeah, you totally could use these for that. I mean, that's why I got so many of the Underworlds or the Shadespire factions. You get a whole warband in a box.
Yep.
Now, did I paint them all? I painted one.
I've got a bunch of 3D printed Chaos Dwarves because that's one of the armies I used to play in fantasy battles. And so I wanted to revisit them in Mordheim. Haven't gotten Mordheim to the table yet, but working on it. I've got a couple guys working on their warbands still, slow and steady. One of my buddies is a teacher, though, so obviously with the school year starting back up, and he's a football coach, so.
I still have all my old Chaos. I got a army box of them from way back when, and added some like Chaos Dragon. I think a Chaos Dwarf Hell Cannon and stuff. So I got like a big old bunch of those. I didn't know what to do with them, so I just painted them, and then they went in a cabinet.
I loved the Chaos Dwarves. Loved them. Because they were just so silly looking.
Oops.
The old ones were silly looking, but these new ones I got, man, they're kind of like, they're what you expected them to be. Right?
Yeah.
They're what you visualized when you played the corny looking ones. Let me see if I got one handy.
I'm thinking this guy needs some like blonde hair or something. He looks like that type.
So here we go. This guy's not done. He's a work in progress, but let's see if I can get him to focus. Their hats were compensating for something.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're way more.
I would rather paint those than a regular dwarf, I think. Even the dragon slaves are cool, but those guys just, man. I'm like an angry little dwarf.
Their theme is 100% the Chaos Dwarves. It totally is. It's just a matter of it's a little different. That's all.
Didn't you get some of the Minotaur ones too?
Oh yeah, I got some of those right here. I got some of the big ones and then some of the regular size ones. The big ones are like demons, but just the regular dudes.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah,
I remember when you got those, I went and looked and I'm like, man, these look cool.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. This guy, I can't remember who I got them from. I'd have to go back and look, but
and then I
quality prints there too. Quality prints there too. All right. Well, I'm gonna go camera up, sir.
Is it that time?
It is. It is 10:30. Right. We normally stay a little bit later. However, I was driving for 6 hours today. and I'm pooped.
All right, let me
come on up and join me. Make everyone seasick.
Let me do that.
Make everybody seasick. Come on up.
And
well, I was hoping to finish one of the Hellfire Club, and I did not.
You didn't?
I did not, but I did get paint on Mastermind, Shaw, and Leland. So that's a plus. That's only going to leave Pierce, Donald.
Blondie Pierce.
Bionic Boy.
Yeah.
That's going to be the last one to do. So he's the only one. And he does have paint. I painted his hair when I was doing Dazzler's hair.
Okay.
Because, they're blondies. They got the same colored hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, I think we're heading out. Thank you guys for joining us tonight for Hobby Night.
I can't see my notes.
You can't see your notes? I got it. You're on. You did last week.
All right, there we go.
I got it. You just click the banners, my friend. Oh, you know what? We're missing Todd tonight.
Yeah, he's probably gaming. I bet
he's probably gaming. He's probably doing the thing we all should be doing, right?
He's
anyway,
playing
guys. That's right. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Remember, join us every Thursday night for our live stream. Who knows what we'll be talking about? And we've been hobbying quite a bit lately too, and I think it's been pretty positive. It's been inspiring folks to slap a little paint on some models, even if you only get a little tiny bit on. That's all right. But check us out on all of the podcast world out there. Every single podcast thingy-mabobber that you can think of, it's out there. Also, check us out Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and most importantly, Discord, because that's where all the fun stuff happens. Also, if you guys have anything you want us to talk about or tell us about a game or some new minis that are out there, hit us up at indieinvasion@gmail.com. When you get to all of those social platforms, smash the button. Whatever the button is, the like, the follow, the subscribe, smash it, crush it, attack it. Do whatever it is you have to do. And again, go over and check out the Discord channel. Go over and check out the Discord channel tonight and go look at Tonio's paint job on Matiu. That's the model I got to help design for the Drowned Earth. And I sent one to Tonio because he's an awesome painter. And I wanted to see what he would do painting it. So anyway, that's why. That's the why on that one. Also, last but most certainly not least, head on over to Redbubble. Pick up it's getting to be that time where you're going to need a hoodie or a beanie. Oh, I got to get a beanie. I just realized I have not bought a beanie. And this bald head right here, when it gets cold, needs a beanie.
You don't get cold down there.
Listen, Linda. It gets cold everywhere when you have no hair, okay? Because the bald head gets cold. And unlike you, I keep the doors off my Jeep.
You mean you don't want me to send you a Donald squirrel?
Oh, yeah, I'll wear one of those too. Send them. But anyway, guys, check us out on Redbubble. You can pick up some cool merch over there. And with that being said, thanks for joining us for painting some stuff tonight. And don't forget, when you're painting your miniatures, when you're out there licking your paintbrush, don't drink your paint water and prepare yourself for the invasion.